Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone. Welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today's another story time. Before we get into this video today, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give a girl a thumbs up, comment down below. And when you're in that comment down section below, y'all, I seen they got a new thing on there called Hype, and it's free. So all you gotta do is click and say like hype this video up or something, and you send me points, and it's free. It don't charge y'all or nothing like that. So please hype my video up because that's gonna help push my video out more. Please do. But yeah, comment down below, subscribe, like, hype, and follow me on all my socials: Instagram at Vivalayoshii, TikTok and Twitter at Lifewithsymone. Follow my business page at Brishari. Speaking of Brishari, y'all, we are having a 24% off tomorrow. Well, I'm recording right now. I'm gonna try to post today, but tomorrow is my little sister's birthday, Bria, the one who passed away. So that's where some of my inspiration for my business name came from. So yeah, I'm gonna do, for her would have been 24th birthday, I'm doing a 24% off all week until Monday. No, until Sunday. Sunday night will be the last day. So if you want to shop Brishari, go ahead and enjoy the sale. But yeah, before we get into the video, y'all already know what I gotta do, the community spotlight of the week. And before I do the community spotlight of the week, I do got two other things I want to say. One thing, I do got something coming up that a lot of people been asking me to do, and until all the details get confirmed, you know, all that, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it, and it's gonna be super in advance. So yeah, that's a thing. And then also, your girl want to get some K-tips this your girl want to get some K-tips this fall, because I really want to do the silk press stuff and like silk press my hair. So I really want to get some K-tips. I seen a girl in Houston and in Atlanta. Y'all, if y'all know somebody who do like fire invisible K-tips, send them my way, please. Like, well, send me their way, send me their page, please. I don't care where it's at. I will fly out to get it done, because I ain't seen nobody in LA who do them like how I've been seeing down south. But anyway, let me get into the community spotlight so we could get into this video. So today we got Rochelle Gillette 1137, Muncho Mango 11, Tasha and Stuff 59, Woody 32, and we got That Chic. Thank you guys so much for being my community spotlight of the week. I love you guys so much, and let's get straight into this video. So y'all, this is a remaining, I don't know if I'll say a part 2 or another part of the story time when I was telling y'all about old boy who I met in college, that obviously I didn't tell y'all where he was from, but it's clear as day he was from Chicago. But anyway, so this is about him, the boy named Lance. I'll list the last story that I told about him in the description box below. Promise. So anyway, y'all, remember when I told y'all, let me fix this. So y'all, remember when I told y'all they had issues with the girl that they was living with, y'all, and I told y'all she ended up kicking them out? That's exactly what she did. So around this time, he was posting on Instagram like a whole bunch of like crazy little stuff like that. So I'm like, ooh, something must have went down. So I'm like, let me text him. I'm gonna text him. I'm like, hey Lance, you good? Like, what's up? He like, man, that B, because it's too early, because he like, that B done kicked us out the house, all this other stuff. So I'm like, what happened? He was like, it's too much to type, and he trying to figure some stuff out right now. He was like, so I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow when I see you at school. Come be at school tomorrow. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm thinking like, oh my God, it's a lot. Like, what happened? Because you can't even text it all, and you rather tell me tomorrow in person? Yeah, this is crazy. So tomorrow roll around, I'm at school. I'm like excited because I really want to know what happened. Like, I'm so nosy. So I see him, and he with his homeboys, you know, the group of people he lived with. So I see him, I walk over there. I'm like, hey Lance. He like, what's up? He give me a hug or whatever. He like, man, he just like, they look mad, like they finna go fight somebody. But I'm assuming they would still be mad if old girl kicked them out the house. But he looked mad. He like, man, it's just, man, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened. So on phone them, they just was telling like, he just started talking too fast. I said, slow down, Lance. I need to get all the details. So he like, all right, so her boyfriend came up over there, that weird BAN ass nigga. He was like, he came up over there. He was like, and I don't know, he was feeling almighty that day. He was like, so he was doing the most, and he came with his homeboys. He was like, it was a big thing. They ended up getting into it. They ended up getting into it basically because one of the homeboys, remember I told you that the girl that was letting them stay at the house, she was dealing with one of the boys, because they figured it out when they like, bro, she don't even say shit about you not paying rent. But yeah, so she was dealing with one of the boys. I guess her boyfriend came with his homies on some high power and she wanted to fight. He was like, it was a big fight. Her boyfriend was basically like, it's me or them. She was like, oh, y'all can get the fuck out the house and all the other stuff. He was like, because basically she felt like one of them snitched to her boyfriend that she was getting on one of the boys in the house, which I don't understand why they would do that. But yeah, I guess she got mad about it. He was like, they kicked her out. I mean, she kicked them out, and that was her people house anyway. So she had her people come, and it was like, yeah, y'all gotta go, and basically all this other shit like that, right? So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. So I'm like, what y'all finna do? Like, y'all, like, what y'all finna do? So he was like, man, my OG is telling me to come back home, like, to go back to his city or whatever. He's like, and I'm thinking about it. Like, he always mention his OG or whatever. So I'm like, dang, you thinking about going? He's like, I'm thinking about it. He's like, but I really don't want to go back home. Like, you know, when I was at home, I was in the streets. I was doing all this shit, like, da-da-da-da. He's like, so I'd rather just be out here. Like, it's good for me. Like, I'm in college. I'm doing my thing. Like, you know, I'm not being distracted. Like, I'm actually being positive. So I'm like, right, that's so crazy. I'm like, where was y'all at last night? Y'all got a room or something? He's like, nah, the homeboy girl let us crash at her house. Something like, damn, y'all a package deal. That's the problem. This is the problem. But anyway. So I was like, dang, that's crazy. I'm like, well, that's good. She let y'all crash. He was like, yeah, but I already know, like, it ain't gonna be something we could do for too long. He was like, so that shit irritating, man. And it was one of them things where I'm like, where he going with this? Like, you know, when you could tell somebody is going somewhere with something and you be like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. So I was like, dang, that's crazy. I just kept hitting him with the dang, wow. That's crazy. So he over here just talking, and the boy that look like a young boy, he's pacing back and forth for some odd ass reason with a hoodie on, like he always do. It's hot outside, nigga, take it off. So he pacing back and forth or whatever. So then next thing you know, he was like, who are you live with? To me, right? So when he said that to me, it caught me off guard. So I'm like, huh? He was like, who are you live with? I'm like, my grandparents. He was like, you think we could stay at your crib? Huh? How are you even asking? You ain't even the dude that I'm talking to. Why did you ask me anything? So I was like, no, I live with my grandparents. Like, I don't know if he didn't hear that part or something. Like, yeah, that's not my crib. So I'm like, no, I live with my grandparents. He was like, but it looked big enough when we dropped you off that one time. Like, it looked like a lot of people could come stay there. What do you mean by that? So I'm like, oh yeah, but that's not my choice. He was like, just talk to them, see if they let us come just crash for like a few days. We just need a few days or whatever. And then Lance like, yeah, we just need a few days till this money hit. Like, the money gonna hit like in 2 days, so we just need a few days or whatever. Like, just see what they say. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just see what they say, because clearly y'all not taking no for an answer. I'm not gonna never see what nobody say because y'all not coming to stay there. What the fuck? I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll see what they say. He's like, yeah. He's like, good looking out though. Like, I'm happy I met you. Like, you really a real one. No, don't try to give me this speech, because I don't give how real you say I am. You are not coming to stay at my grandma's house with your Finland friends. Even if he was by himself and he said, hey, I just got kicked out, can I come stay at your grandma's house? The answer would still be no. You can't come stay the night there. You can't come spend a day there. You can't even come spend a fucking few hours there. No, because this ain't what that is. You can't be too nice to people thinking that you got to be their savior, because when things don't work out for you, they might not even be that for you. Like, no, no, you is not my man. I cannot do it. I can't, no. So I was just like, yeah. He like, yeah, you just a good person, all this stuff. I'll be telling my OG about me. My OG be like, yeah, that's a real one. Like, you got to keep her, da-da-da-da. So I'm like, okay, yeah, well, I'm gonna see you. I got another class. Y'all, I skedaddled so motherfucking fast, because not y'all over here plotting thing. Y'all about to come stay at my grandma's house. So I ended up leaving or whatever. For the rest of the day, I promise y'all, I avoided the fuck out of him and his whole friend group, because I don't know what they got going on. It ain't that. He would hit me up and stuff like that, like, oh, I didn't see you, like, you left early or da 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 da, because it would be like this one area when I'll see them, I'll walk by and I like see him, like we always cross paths. I'm literally going ways that I shouldn't even be going just to avoid this man, because I'm not trying to see y'all asking me some stupid ass shit right now. So he was hitting me up too, like, oh, I didn't see you, like, where'd you go or whatever like that. And I was just like, oh, I got a lot to do, like, I got a job interview today after school. I'm just making excuses. I am not about to go home because you're not coming here no way. Even though I was gonna tell him no, but yeah, I should just say no. I play too much, obviously. So I was just like, yeah, I got a job interview, so I'm about to actually leave and go do that or whatever like that. So he's like, okay, well, don't forget to ask your people. Mind you, we're texting at this point. So I'm just like, sure. So anyway, I ended up going home, and he asked me like, how the job interview going? You still there? I'm like, oh my God, they got me waiting the whole time. I'm at home throwing popcorn in the air and letting it fall in my mouth. I'm just like, yeah, they got me over here waiting. Oh, this is so annoying. I hope I get this job. I need to get me another car. Just lying for some odd ass reason. And I was like, oh yeah, and by the way, my people, they was like, nah, it's not good. Like, you know, you can't come. So he like, dang, all right, well, he was like, it's not a big problem or whatever. We just gonna crash at the homie house again. And he was like, my OG just telling me, like, just keep my head up. So I was like, why you don't ask your OG for some money for, you know, ask your big homie for some money for a room or something? Because your OG is, I don't know, your big homeboy or your big homie just, you know, so I'm like, ask your big homie for some money or whatever. He like, ask my big homie for some money. I'm like, yeah, like, see if your OG would look out for you. Said you waiting like 2 days till some money hit. I'm like, or if it's not good for y'all to stay at old boy girl house or whatever. So he was like, yeah, I don't know about that. I'm gonna see her or whatever. Like, I'm gonna let you know, but thanks again. Like, you know, just basically thank you for being a friend or whatever to him or whatever like that. After that, I promise y'all, I was avoiding this man at school because I went to school Monday through Thursday. I did like 2 classes each day, like different classes ever. So I'm at school Monday through Thursday, and I'm guessing he was there too Monday through Thursday. Yep, because I seen him. So I'm at school every day. I'm avoiding this ninja because no, I don't even want him to ask me for any type of favor. Don't ask me for an Uber. Don't ask me for a Philly cheesesteak. Don't ask me for nothing. I just didn't want you to ask me for anything because you kept talking about how, dang, my back against the wall, you really there for me. No, I could be there for you emotionally, and I could send you a prayer or two, but I'm not. No. So like literally I was avoiding him. And he'll always hit me up like, oh, like, I miss you, I ain't seen you or whatever like that. So a few days go by, right? And I'm guessing the money hit because I see this ninja posting at a nice ass pool. So I'm thinking like, oh, where he at? Not me getting a little jealous. So I'm like, that looked like a hotel. Like, it don't look like no apartment or whatever, unless it's like a real nice apartment, but it looked like a hotel or whatever. So I'm thinking like, where he at? So I stopped being petty, ignoring him for real. Well, I wasn't ignoring him, I just was not as, my communication skills wasn't always there at this point. And I know a lot of it might be somebody that's gonna be like, oh, it's messed up when he was doing okay, you was there, but when he down bad on his dick, you gone. And it's not that, it's just, it wasn't my responsibility to be that for him. No way. Like, no. So anyway, I ended up I seen he was at like a pool or whatever, and I ended up hitting him up, and I was all like, oh, that look relaxing, because he was in the jacuzzi. I'm like, that look relaxing. So he was like, yeah, come get in or whatever. So I was all like, where you at? So he was like, oh, me and the homeboys, the money had dropped. We got us a nice ass room in some area. I forgot what area it was in, but it was real nice. So he's like, we got us a room up over there. Like, we about to be staying here for a cool minute or whatever until we find us a new place to live. So I was like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, come over, come through. He's like, this weekend we're gonna have a little pool party or whatever. He's like, but yeah, you could come pull up if you want to, like, before then. So y'all, me thirsty as ever. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna come over tomorrow. Y'all thirsty. I know you've heard like, bitch, you've been avoiding me for days, and now all of a sudden you see me in a jacuzzi and you want to get in. Yes, because it was hot outside. We ain't got no pool in my house, and I do want to get in the pool, so why not? Like, what's the problem? So I'm just like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna come tomorrow. So anyway, let's fast forward. It's the next day. I had class, but I'm like, okay, after class I'm gonna go straight to him. So I had put my bathing suit and shit in my bag, and I was like, okay, I'll just Uber to wherever he at, right? So I ended up telling him, because he didn't come to school. Like, when they got that room, them niggas was acting like they just couldn't leave the room. I guess they was always in the pool, always at the room, just chilling or whatever. So I'm thinking like, yeah, they got it. He never would post like the inside of the room. I'm thinking like they probably had somewhere that got like a suite, or they all got their own rooms or whatever like that. I'm just thinking like, okay, it's gonna be cool. So I ended up pulling up to the room. I'm telling him like, I'm outside. He came outside. He like, yeah, he got on some shorts, no shirt on, and he just like smiling, looking at me. So I get out the Uber. He looking good, I ain't gonna hold you. I get out the Uber and I'm like, hey, what's up? He give me a hug. He like, where your bathing suit at? You thought I was finna ride in the Uber in a bikini? Is crazy. But I'm like, I just came from school, remember? I'm like, I got my stuff in my bag. So he's like, okay, you come in there and change or whatever. He's like, dang, you looking good, like, you look real good. I'm like, thank you. He's like, yeah, I can't wait to see you in a bikini. Like, yeah, we're gonna have a little fun in the jacuzzi, we could have some fun in the pool. So I'm just laughing like, oh boy, you so funny. He like, yeah, we got a bottle upstairs. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, come on. So we walking and talking or whatever. He's like, yeah, I really like it here. Like, this really my style. Like, this real player and shit. My OG was telling me like, yeah, you did your big one, get in that room. And I was like, oh yeah. I'm like, cause this is nice. So he's like, yeah, my OG came. He's like, the money dropped, and plus my OG came through and like shot some money. Like, yeah, keep your money and get this room. So I'm like, you got a cool big homie. Like, your big homie really want to make sure you doing good in life out of state. I'm like, I love that for you. So he was like, yeah, but my OG is the one who really like made shit happen. Like, I love my OG. Like, you know, like my OG really a real one. Like, you know, you kind of really remind me of my OG. So I'm like, I remind you of your big homie? And he like, all right, so this the room. Like, so we still walking. So he like, this the room or whatever. We walk in, y'all, bags everywhere, fill them niggas in one room. I'm like, I don't know why I thought that they was gonna all be in separate rooms, but or at least 2 to 3 to 1 room. I don't know. So we walk in and it's like some dudes laying on the floor, somebody laying on the bed, they sleep. So I walk in, I'm kind of like, oh shit, let me be quiet. So he's like, yeah, the bathroom right there, you go change up in there. Y'all, why he walk in the bathroom with me and he like just rubbing his hair and shit like that and like looking in the mirror? So I'm like, can you get out? Like, because why did you think that I was gonna be up in here changing with you standing right here? So I was like, oh, can you get out so I could change? He was like, oh yeah. He was like, hey, remember when I asked you if you could do my hair? And I'm like, fuck, here we go. He was like, yeah, so you think you could do my hair now? He was like, since the we having a party this weekend, I want to look good. He's like, so you think you could do my hair while you here today? So I'm like, oh, I don't even got no stuff with me or whatever. He like, oh, I got the gel, I got all that, I got everything you need, I got comb, you know, I got everything. He's like, yeah, you could do my hair today. He's like, you think we could probably do it after we get out the pool, or if you want to go before, like whatever, it really is up to you. So I was like, we could do it after, like, you know. He's like, okay, all right, we'll do it after, like after we get out, you could do my hair. He's like, because yeah, I might get my hair wet and I might want to wash it and shit like that. So I'm like, okay, like, you know, sure, you know. I'm in my head, I'm thinking like, fuck. So I'm like, what do you want me to do to it? So he's like, just like 2 braids, something just real simple, or like, you know, just some like plaits or whatever, just something simple. He was like, but yeah, you could do it, whatever. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I end up changing and we go outside to get in the pool. We in the pool for a cool little minute and we just like having fun. Like we was drinking and stuff like that. We like kind of like, I was gonna say cuddled up, kind of basically in the pool, you know, just having fun, twirling around and stuff. Not twirling, but you know, just in the water having fun. So he was like, let's go get in the jacuzzi. So we in a jacuzzi. Oh, what the fuck? So we in a jacuzzi and we just talking and vibing and chilling and stuff like that. And he was just like, yeah, like I really with you, like I really like you. So I was like, yeah, you cool, like you down to earth, you cool and stuff like that. So he was like, let's play like 2 truths, 3 lies, 1 truth. Y'all know the game. He's like, let's play that. So I was like, all right. So he was like, all right, I'm gonna go first. He was like, I caught like 6 bodies before. I'm 6 feet and my mama gave birth in my uncle's backseat of his car. So I'm like, what did you want me to do with this information again? So he was like, it's 2 truths and 1 lie. So y'all, mind you, this the 3 that man said. So I'm sitting here like 2 truths and 1 lie. So I'm like, I'm gonna go with the lie being you got 6 bodies, you know, because he not talking about like body count in that way. He talking about glizzy you down. So no, okay, because that could be 2 ways. He's not talking about the glizzy attached to his body. He talking about glizzy you down body count. So I'm like, I mean bodies. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go with the lie being the body thing, because you are tall. I'm like, and your mama could have gave birth in the backseat of the car, you know, those could be truths. You know, I don't look at you like that. So he was like, you wrong. And I was like, I'm wrong. He's like, well, no, technically, okay, it could be right and wrong. He was like, because my mama, her water broke in my uncle's car, but she didn't get birth in the car though. He was like, and then with the body count, he was like, I wouldn't say it's 6, but I'll say like 4.5. Y'all, at this point, this is me. It got real awkward. This is me with my drink. Because why did you tell me this information? Now I don't even want to talk to you no more. Like, because that was unprovoked information I didn't even need to know. So I was like, oh, okay. I was like, but then the curiosity kept coming. So I'm like, what is a half? He was like, it's hard to explain. Okay, so basically, let me get my phone. I got a video. You got a video. So I was like, you know what? It's cool. I don't even want to know no more, because yeah, I'm like, let me just go. And I'm like, let me say something normal, because nigga, you taking this left and it's going weird. The fuck? You acting like the young boy at this point. So I'm like, I just said something random and he was just like, them baby. At the point we still just talking, going back and forth. I'm like, boy, you the one saying some wild ass shit anyway. Like, the fuck wrong with you? So we just laughing and stuff. At this point, the old boy started walking up, like his homeboys or whatever. The young boy, he walking up and he's smiling. I'm like, wow, this nigga smile. He's smiling. He ain't got no hoodie on. And he just got right in the jacuzzi and sat next to me. He was like, what y'all doing? Why'd you sit next to me, nigga? He like, what y'all doing? So I'm like, we playing 2 truths and 1 lie. He was like, ooh, I love this game. All right. I got one. So he was like, all right. His 2 truths and 1 lie had to do with get bodies too. I said, what the fuck is wrong with these niggas? So I'm like, y'all don't got like nothing normal? Like maybe your favorite color was red in the first grade or something like that. Like why y'all saying all type of crazy stuff? He like, bro, you got some secrets you could tell too. Like, come on, let's all tell our secrets. They start saying like, let's tell our secrets. But mind you, another boy had gotten a jacuzzi. They like surrounded. I'm the only girl here. One boy, he got in the pool or whatever. So they like, at this point, it's 3 of them in the jacuzzi. Young boy sitting next to me for some reason. I kept scooting over. But I'm sitting across, Lance is sitting across from me, and then the other boy sitting like kind of by Lance or whatever. So they like, let's tell your secrets. You like, let's get to know you better. Like, what secrets do you have? I'm thinking like, are y'all planning to commit a crime with me? And then y'all think like, okay, she won't tell if we know some bad stuff about her. We could use it against her. Because I don't understand why y'all pressuring me to tell y'all something that I did that I ain't done. So he was like, yeah, like what's something crazy? Like what's the craziest thing you done? So this is young boy. Yeah, what's the craziest thing you done? He's smiling at me. I'm like, the craziest thing I've done? I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, what's the craziest thing y'all done? They was like, bro, remember on 73rd? Oh, yeah, okay. No, don't tell her that. Don't tell her that. So I'm like, what happened? Like, you know, what happened on that street? He like, okay, first we was on 75th Street, though. That's where it started at. I'm like, the fuck is going on? Like, I promise y'all, I was just so confused. He was like, nah, my OG was the main person. Like, I don't want you doing this. He was like, one thing about my OG love me down. Like, my OG don't play about me. I'm really the man in my OG life. So I was like, you the man in your big homie life. And he was like, why you keep calling my OG my big homie? So I was all like, what is it? Like, I'm confused at this point. He was like, my mama. So I was like, oh, y'all, because I don't know. I'm like, oh, this whole time he talking about his OG. I'm thinking he talking about a man and he talking about his mama. So he's like, yeah, no, my mama, that's my OG. So I'm like, oh, okay. So he's like, yeah, so my OG, it was my OG birthday. Like, I'm the man in my OG life. And it was my OG birthday. And she was dealing with this dude. And he came through and he bought this for her. And I said, nah, he ain't finna upscale me. At this point, it was already another sip in my drink, red flag. Because why is you caring about what your mama man is upscaling you on? Like, nigga, that's your mama. I was like, oh, okay, I see what type of guy you is. You a mama's boy. Basically, long story short, he just told me a crazy ass story that him and his friends did so he could get his mama a gift better than her man did, right? So at this point, we just still talking and stuff like that. He was like, you know what just bothers me the most? And I'm like, what? Mind you, unprovoked. This man was unprovoked. Everything. He was like, you know what bothered me the most? I'm like, what bothered you the most? He's like, Dad, when you got a lot of shit going on, that's when you really see a bitch true colors. So at this point, I'm thinking like, oh, this an ambush. They mad because I ain't let them stay at my grandma's house. Because I'm thinking like, what? Like, you know, who the fuck is you talking about? So his homeboy's like, man, nah, for real. And then I'm like, what? Like, what you talking about? Because I'm thinking like, oh, hell nah. Like, let me call my Uber and leave. My bag could stay upstairs. So he was like, so when I first came out here, I had met this shawty. Like, I met her. She go to, he didn't say what school. He told me what school she go to, but I ain't gonna say. Because this, I don't know. Like, when I did used to follow a boy on Instagram, we had a lot of mutuals. So, I don't know. He probably tell the same story to every girl. So, I ain't gonna say the school. But she was at a university. So, he was all like, yeah, she went to this school or whatever. He was like, when I met her, he was like, it was cool. I used to be at the dorm all the time with her. Like, staying the night. Like, it was cool, stuff like that. That was my girl. Like, you know, that was me. He was like, but then I fell short a little bit. Like, you know, when I came out here, I was doing good. I had the car, I had the clothes, I had the hose. I'm thinking, like, what happened? Didn't you just say you moved out here like a few months ago? What the fuck happened to your car that quick? So, he was like, yeah, I had all this stuff going on. He was like, but then I started doing bad. He was like, and then she started with a nigga on the basketball team at the school. You know, he doing good and shit like that. And it just went downhill. And it's just crazy because it's like we was in love. And I'm thinking like, why are you telling me this information? He's like, we was in love and it's just crazy. He was like, but now the money dropped. He was like, and I know she gonna be trying to look to talk to me again and stuff like that, but it ain't finna happen, you know, because I got somebody real in my corner right now, and that's you, Symone. Like, you real in my corner. My OG was telling, I'm like, it's OG now. He like, my OG was telling me that you really real. Like, that girl, I gotta just let that shit go. You know, I gotta really just let that shit go. So she really gonna be mad. He's like, I'm about to put you on my Instagram. No, the fuck you not. So I was like, oh no, don't do that. Because mind y'all, when I was talking to Lance, I was like on a off again part with Crazy. So I'm like, oh yeah, no, you ain't even gotta do all that. Like, it's cool. Like, you ain't gotta do that. So he like, nah, I want to do that. Like, I want to show, like, you know, let people know, like, I'm not worried about her no more. And I'm thinking like, it's giving you are. So, oh boy, he like, man, stop talking about that weird ass bitch. Like, we don't want to hear that sad ass shit right now. Like, you always crying about that bitch every day. Nobody want to hear that shit. So at this point in my head, I'm thinking it's really turning me off of him, even though I was looking at him like, cool. We was talking or whatever. It was a lot of stuff that threw me off of him a long time ago. But I was like, dang, this really threw me off of you. Like, even if we was gonna have some jacuzzi coochie, it's not gonna happen no more. One, your friends are here. Two, you just spilling about your ex. Three, you talking about the bodies. It's just too much going on. Like, you just kind of, you're blowing it. You're blowing me. And you ain't getting blown today. I'm just getting out. Anyway, so I'm just like, okay. Y'all, this man starts venting just so much. And then he started talking about a girl back home he used to deal with. And then he's showing me a tattoo. Yeah, this tattoo right here, this not my OG name. This not my OG name right here. This my OG name right here on my face. But like, this one not. And I'm thinking like, he like, yeah. So this tattoo, this is my ex. This the one from back home. We was together like 5 years. And I'm just thinking like, bro, the other boy like, man, shut the fuck up. Like, where the speaker at? Somebody play some music. Because like, why is you talking about this girl? Which I was so confused too, because it's like, why are you telling me this shit? And then he'd be like, and my OG, I could call my OG right now. I'm going to call my OG. He's propped up his phone, get on FaceTime. What's up, beautiful? Hey, oh my God, you look so good. I'm just like, this nigga, this how you act when you get drunk? Yeah. No. So anyway, we still in the jacuzzi. It's like kind of awkward. I'm like posting like little selfies and stuff like that on Snapchat or whatever. But it was kind of awkward because once he called his mama, he was on the phone with her for like a good 20 minutes. And it was just like, okay. I ended up getting out and getting into the, I ended up getting out and I ended up like laying down on a lawn chair. Like not a lawn chair, but like the little chairs by the pool or whatever. Because the boy that looked like young boy, he started playing music off his phone. He'll rap the music and be all in my face. Like thinking I'm finna rap back to him. And it was like, this is my first time even seeing you act like a normal person kind of. So like I don't know. This ain't that. So after he got off the phone with his mama, he ended up coming over there. He like, why you get out or whatever. So I'm like, oh, I'm just chilling. Like it was getting too hot for me. He was like, yeah, well, all these niggas is out here. You know what that means. So I'm like, what? Like y'all gonna throw a party today? Because I don't know what you trying to say right now. So he was like, we could go back upstairs to the room. Like we go in the room and just have fun or whatever if you want to. So I was like, nah, it's cool. I'm like, because yeah. No, I'm like, I'm not really in the mood for that. I'm like, and plus, I'm going to end up leaving in a little bit. So I was like, let me, like, I could come go do your hair. Y'all, I'm dreading it. I don't even want to do this hair because, mind y'all, I told y'all I don't know how to do hair. So I'm like, I could do your hair. Anything other than what you thought, because this ain't that. And plus, what I look like getting cracked like a fucking Easter egg in a hotel room where 7 people was staying at and they got a key and they could just come back in at any time. Like, I'm cool. This ain't finna happen. No. So I was like, no, yeah, I'm about to be leaving in a little bit. So I'm like, I can get started on your hair. So he was like, oh shit, okay, yeah, let's do that. Cause I do want to look good for the pool party. He like, you coming though? Like, you gonna come? He's like, you know, it's crazy because my ex, we walking back to the room. My ex talking about the one that went to the college that's out here or whatever. He like, she talking about she gonna pull up with her friends. Like, how that sound? You finna pull up on my friend, like with your friends? That's crazy. Like, she really want to see me because she know a nigga doing good right now. You just got some money last night, nigga. How the would she know this unless you told her, hey, I got some money last night? 1, 2, you didn't even post. None of y'all posting about this pool party. It's like a word of mouth thing. So clearly you telling her. So this is another thing why I'm so confused. And I used to feel like dating was just fucking crazy. I just really feel like, damn, the dating pool is fucking weird. Because how are you supposed to be trying to pursue me? And you're telling me about somebody else that you're dealing with or telling me about an ex or whatever like that. I could see if we're dating and you're open and telling me like, hey, I'm dating other people. But for you to be kind of basically saying how your ex that you still clearly in love with, and like, it's just kind of weird. Like, why I'm not a competitive ass bitch. I'm not trying to be in competition and be like, oh, well, you love her, I can make you love me. No, go where you happy at and leave me alone, for real. So we end up going upstairs and he over here like pulling me closer like, come on, like, you know, we could just have some fun like real quick. We could go in the bathroom if you don't want to be on the bed. I am okay. So I was like, nah, let's see. I'm like, let's blow dry your hair out a little bit. I'm like, because it's a little bit wet or whatever. So he was like, well, when my OG do my hair, she don't be having to blow my hair out. Then fly home and have her do it. So I was all like, well, I'm going to just blow it out. I'm like, because it's real matted and I just, yeah. So he pulling out the products he had and stuff like that. This nigga had conditioner. I said, didn't you have some gel or something like that? He was like, yeah, but my OG When my OG does it, she be using conditioner. So I'm like, maybe when she washing your hair, she use conditioner, or she's slicking you a ponytail or something like that. But I just don't see her braiding your hair with conditioner. He's like, well, that's what she be doing. I'm like, all right, whatever. Come on, let me just blow dry your hair out, right? So while I'm blow drying his hair, y'all, he's still talking about this fucking girl. He starts showing me pictures of her. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm trying to blow dry his hair. He like, damn, you hurting my head. My OG don't never hurt my head. Like, I'm like, okay. Well, I'm like, well, do you want to blow dry your own hair? He like, man, nah. And I think he was kind of getting, I don't know. He probably was irritated for one or two reasons. One, I was yanking out of his hair. And you know when you're supposed to go from the ends and work your way up, so you don't just be snatching somebody's head. I wasn't doing that. I was going from the roots. One, so yeah, he could have been mad at that. Two, he probably was mad because I wasn't interested in hearing about his ex-girlfriend. Like, even when he would be saying stuff and I'd be like, oh, what'd you say? Because I don't give a fuck. Like, why are you telling me? And it's not even on some, like, I'm jealous or I'm hating type shit, because this nigga ain't got shit going on, so yeah. But it was just like, I don't want to hear about this. So then, since I didn't want to hear about his ex, he started talking about his mama. He, at one point, how he was talking about his mama before he even mentioned he was talking about his mama, I'm thinking he talking about another ex. So I was like, wait, who are you talking about now? He was like, my OG. And I was like, oh. He was like, yeah, she just so beautiful. Like, I need somebody to be like her. If they can't be like her, she's hardworking. She gonna take care of her man. Take care of her man. That's when he lost me. Because what you mean by that? Like, do you mean like in a wifely type way, or do you mean like you stay home and I work and I clean, cook? Like, what do you mean by take care of her man? He was like, yeah, she take care of her man. He's like, she ain't got no man right now. I be running off every nigga. I say, you too old to be trying to run off people your mama dating. He was like, nah, I just don't know. Like, anybody just ain't good for my mama. Like, he was like, I just don't be playing about her. Like, I don't play about her, so I don't just let any dude come into her life. Like, I do a whole inspection on him. I had homies press him. I try to see where he from. Like, nah, they ain't doing that. Like, nah, anybody can't be with her. I'm like, I get, you know, being protective because maybe they came from, like, a bad situation before. But, like, running off somebody your mama is dating and at this big-ass age and you're in college, it's kind of weird. So I was just like, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of weird. The way he snatched his head back, and looked at me and he was like, weird. It's weird that I love my OG. Look, I don't know what you and your mama got going on. What? He was like, but I don't play that type of shit. Like, what? So he was like, and then also you hurting my head. Like, you not doing that shit soft. So I'm like, you could blow dry it out yourself. He like, I'll do that. Y'all, attitude. When I'm telling y'all, things switched. The whole little vibe switched over. It switched. At this point, two of them walked back in the room. The young boy looking boy and another boy. And he playing, the young boy, he playing music on his phone, still just rapping and stuff like that. So he like, what y'all doing up in here? So I was like, I'm about to do his hair. I'm like, but he blow drying it himself. He like, yeah, because you don't know how to blow dry hair. Like, my OG would have never done it like this. Like, he's in the bathroom talking shit. Mind you, when you walk into the room, it's like the bathroom right here, a little walkway, and then a full body mirror. We was sitting in front of the full mirror or whatever. So yeah, so he went to the bathroom. So I'm just standing there kind of by the door still or whatever. So I'm like, okay, like, you know, I don't really care. At this point, I started texting my sister like, girl, I'm ready to go. This nigga's getting on my nerves. Y'all, why he get on FaceTime with his mama talking shit about me? Y'all, but not like, well, kind of, basically. He over here like, man, nobody do my hair like you do it. So she like, it's okay, you know, if I was there, do you want me to come, do you want me to fly in and do your hair for you? Fly in and do 2 braids, it's crazy. So he was just like, man, because ain't nobody like you. And I was just telling this girl that's here that's trying to do my hair, like, if she ain't like you, then I can't have it. Like, you know, and she said that it's crazy that I be trying to run off your boyfriend. So she laughing because I'm listening like, what the fuck? I can barely hear what his mama's saying though, because he do got the blow dryer on, and she just like talking, and she like, okay, part this side. So she's really instructing him. I could have blow dried your hair, but you was getting on my nerves any fucking way, and I really don't want to do this shit. So he was like, and then look, he put the blow dryer down. Mind you, I'm just standing here looking at him because I ain't want to go sit on the bed and mingle with them. I don't know what's going on in the beds. So yeah, because who knows what girls they done had over here, and y'all just all rotating, getting in beds. Yeah. So he picked up the conditioner. He like, Ma, she said she can't braid with this. She can't braid with this. So I was like, you can't braid with that. Why he look over at me with the coldest look, like, don't interrupt my conversation with. That's how he looked at me. It was just so cold, like. So I was like, you can't braid with that. You need some gel or something. So then she like, you do? You don't got no gel? He's like, which one was that? So she was like, the gel. He's like, let me just get everything I got. Y'all, why this man had a whole hair bag? If you had a hair bag, why didn't you show me the hair bag instead of showing your mama, and now your mama telling you like, oh, let her use that one. Let her use this. You could have been put that out instead of trying to fucking gaslight me to think your mama braid your hair with conditioner. So I'm just like, whatever. So at this point, they still talking over, and he damn near done blow drying his hair out, well, to the best that he was gonna do. Because I was like, you want me to finish it for you? He was like, nah, you too rough, like you hurting my head. And he just like messing with his hair, because he like, yeah, it's good. It was not good, like it was bad. It still looked the same, honestly. So he was like, yeah, you was hurting my head or whatever. So he was like, ma, like she really was rough with me, like that's something we gotta pay attention to, huh? His mama just laughing. I'm thinking like, what in the fuck is this? So anyway, I'm like, all right, well, come on, let's get it started, because like, again, like I told you, I'm gonna be leaving in a little bit. Yeah. So he ended up coming out. He was like, all right, you ready? So he's sitting down in a chair, right? Mind you, we're sitting down in front of the mirror. I'm parting his hair. I'm still parting it though, but I'm trying to get it. He's like, my mama usually do from my nose, and then she parts to make sure the part is straight. I just started. I'm like, okay. So I put the comb on his nose and I went like this. He was like, she do it with the back part, like the long metal part. So I was like, okay, y'all. So I'm over here trying to part his hair, and he was like, let me just do it. Like, I could FaceTime her back and ask her how to do it, because I could just do it, because I feel like you not doing it right. Like, you really not. You're not getting it straight. Like, my shit gonna look bad. So I was like, well, I know a few girls who actually braid hair if you want to make an appointment with them. The fuck? Because how are you mad at me? When I'm telling y'all, the attitude was there. Like, I'm even trying to make small talk with him before he started bitching and moaning about this damn part. I'm making small talk with him. I'm telling him like, oh yeah, so do you think your ex really gonna pop up? Like, you know, because I'm like, clearly that's what he want to talk about. But it was just so much animosity or whatever. So he like, let me see. He over here trying to look at his part like this. He like, it's a little, I'm like, you're not letting me finish the part. At this point, I'm copping an attitude back. Because how are you mad at me when you're not even giving me a chance? You're mad because I didn't start the fucking thing at your chin first. Let me do what I'm gonna do. The part will be decent. Chill. So anyway, so I'm over here. I'm trying to part his hair or whatever. He was like, this nigga's huffing and puffing. I'm like, you got one more huff and puff for me, nigga. Because I don't have to do this. Pay somebody to do your hair. Like, what the how are you mad at me? Like, and then you're mad. I feel like the parting wasn't even the bad part. So I feel like you're really mad because I'm telling you how you're chasing off your mama man is weird. Like, that's why you really mad. So I'm over here parting his hair. I get it straight. He asked his friend, he like, you go see if it's straight, because I start putting one side in a ponytail, because I'm like, okay, I'm about to start slicking the other side and braiding it. So he was gonna ask one of his friends, like, can you come see if it's straight? So he looking like, yeah, it's straight. Look good to me, bro. Like, what's the problem? He like, let me see. He in the mirror. He like, hold on, let me see what my OG say. If you did it, he like, let me see what my OG say. Y'all, so he FaceTime her. He like, look at it. Do it look good? Like, she about to start braiding. Like, do it look straight or whatever? So she's like, yeah, it looks good. Like, it looks good or whatever. And she's like, let that girl do your hair. Like, stop acting like that. He was like, man, I just miss you doing my hair, man, because you be getting it right. Who was doing it these past few days I've known you? Go back to that person. Oh, it's probably the girl at the house. I think he did say she did his hair. But anyway, so I'm like, yeah, go back to whoever. Like, what the, like, you're really getting on my nerves. He's like, I really just miss you doing it. Like, don't nobody do my hair like you do. And she was just like, basically, like, let her do your hair. He was like, man, he was like, oh, I do want to tell you about something. So remember such and such. She started talking about that. He like, I'll be right back. He left out the room to go have a special talk with his mama. You couldn't tell your mama about this information a little bit later. You've been on the phone with your mama like 10 times and I ain't been here 3 hours. Like, what the fuck? So anyway, I'm just sitting at the chair and I'm on my phone or whatever. So it was just so awkward in the room because I'm just like, at this point, I'm just about to go. Like, for one, I don't know none of y'all. The other boys started to come back in the room. It was one boy asleep on the floor. He never woke up. And he, from the top of his head, because he had a sheet over him, all you could see is his foot and the top of his head. From the top of his head, he don't even look like none of the people I've seen before, like, at that house. So I don't know who the fuck that was. And I'm just like, it's just so awkward in here. He finally came back in there probably like it was a cool little minute. It probably wasn't that long, but you know when you irritated, everything seemed long. So he finally come back in the room. He's like, all right, we can get started. I'm like, yeah, because I told you, like, I gotta go. Like, you know, I'm about to have to leave. He's like, dang, if you really didn't even want to do my shit, you could have just said that. Like, you had me take my hair down and do all of this. And if you wasn't going to do it, then take your hair down. I didn't have you do anything. First of all, you already had your hair taken down when I got here and you asked me to do your hair. You assumed that I would do it. And you didn't ask me. Like, you asked me if I could do it one time. And that time happened and came by. And then it was like, okay, I didn't do it. But this is a whole different day. You assumed that I was going to do your hair because I was here. So I was like, y'all didn't have you take nothing down. Like, you took your own hair down, then asked me when I got here if I could do your hair. So he's like, I'm just saying, like, it shouldn't even take this long. Like, my OG would have been. Every time you say OG, y'all, I was just like, I'm like, you're like, my OG would have been did my hair and finished it. I'm like, all right, well, sit down so I could finish your hair so I could go. I'm like, because you get on my nerves. He was like, I'm getting on your nerves. You the one was just yanking the fuck out of my hair with the blow dryer. Y'all, we're going back and forth. At this point, I'm like, give me where's your products at? I'm over here, I start slicking his hair. I'm putting a whole bunch of gel on it because, mind you, like I said, his shit is damn near matted because he didn't even blow dry it out good and he wouldn't let me finish, which is understandable. But yeah, so I'm over here trying to slick it so I could braid it. He like, what are you doing? Why are you putting all that on my hair? First of all, you're mad because I'm putting a whole bunch of gel on your hair to try to slick it when you the one was trying to get me to braid it with conditioner a little few minutes ago. So he was like, what are you doing? My mama would never even put, he didn't say my mama, my OG would never put that much on my hair. Like, do you need me to FaceTime her so she could walk you through it? I said, in a minute, you ain't finna get shit done. So I'm over here and I'm like trying to braid. I cannot grip it for nothing in the world. Cause I was like, I'm trying to slick it. I'm like, yo, shit is not even late. Like, it's matted as fuck. Like, you didn't blow dry it out good. I'm like, I'm trying to slick your hair down so it could look right. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Do you want it to just look crazy? So he was just like, man, whatever. Like, we arguing about his motherfucking hair, y'all. So I'm over here, I'm trying to slick it and I try to braid. Mind you, like I said, I don't know how to fucking braid. I could braid, I could do stuff on myself because I've practiced over the time, but especially back then, no way. So I'm over here trying to braid his hair and trying to grip it. It is not working. This shit is looking crazy. I like braided it down. It looked crazy. So then I'm like, let me do it over. I braid it and I was like, let me take it out and do it over. But I had it slicked pretty good, but it was just the gripping and the braiding to make it look right. But I'm like, let me do it over. Let me do it over. He like, what are you doing? Like, why do you keep doing that braid over? I'm like, because I'm trying to get it right. Y'all, at this point, it's fuck whoever is asleep over there, whoever else is in this room. I'm like, because I'm trying to get it right. He like, are you really trying to get it right? Because you just keep doing the shit over and again. I think you playing. So this was me. I said, I'm gonna do this one fucking. I said, you gonna be lucky if you get one braid out of me. I was like, because the way you acting, like, you're really weird as fuck. So he was like, how am I weird? Okay, come on, all right, come on. I don't know what happened today. Like, why you just start being weird? He was like, but you just copped the attitude with me, and now you being weird when it comes to my hair. I copped the attitude, so I'm thinking like the nerve of him to think that I'm the one who started this whole beef. You started the beef because you got mad at me. And so I started braiding it again. So he's like, man, just stop. Just let my hair go. Just leave my shit alone. So I'm like, oh, gladly. At this point, I was like, you weird as fuck. So I started like walking over there to go grab my bag. I'm finna go. You weird as fuck. So his friend was like, what happened? Y'all, this is a fucking hotel room with 2 queen size beds. Y'all can hear what's going on. We standing right here. So he was like, what happened? He's like, man, I'm about to call my OG. Like, that's fucking crazy. Now I'm about to figure out what to do to my head because you done got gel and all this on one side of my head. Now I look crazy. Mind you, he got a puffball on one side, a slick down on one side. Just slick the other side down and wear it like that. That'd be cute. So he was like, I'm gonna have to just call my OG to see. I'm like, well, call your OG. He was like, that's crazy. Like, what's happening? Like, what happened? Mind you, me and this boy ain't never gotten into it before. That's why it's really crazy to me that we getting into it about your fucking hair. So he like, yeah, like, that's crazy as fuck. Like, he really mad as fuck. So I'm like, you know what? I grabbed my stuff and I went to the bathroom because I had to use the bathroom. And plus, I had never changed back into my regular clothes. I'm in a fucking bathing suit right now as I'm doing this. Well, I have my shorts on, but I have my bikini top on. I'm like, I'm about to just actually take everything off and put my regular clothes back on. So I'm in the bathroom and I just hear him talking shit, but I hear him on the phone. He like, yeah, I don't know what happened. She was gonna do my hair, but then I was trying to vent to her about talking about the ex. He trying to make it seem like I'm mad because he was venting about his ex and I'm on some jealous ish or whatever like that, when it's like, no, I'm not mad about that. And it's like, you know damn well I'm not mad about that. So I end up coming out the bathroom and I'm just like, first of all, that's not what the issue is here. And he's like, so what's the problem? I'm like, you the one who copped the attitude with me first. I'm like, I was just trying to do your hair and you got an attitude. So he like, you was doing my hair all rough and stuff like that, and all this other stuff like that. And okay, yeah, I was. So I'm like, okay, well, I apologize about that. I'm like, but you could have just told me how you liked it and I would have just did it or whatever. Like, my thing is, when I was blow drying it, yeah, I was blow drying it a little rough, but it wasn't an issue until he seen that I was not interested in what the fuck he was talking about his ex. Even though I was like listening, but it's like, I'm not that girl. Like, when you first start talking to somebody, or you want to pursue them, or you want to like build something with somebody, rule number one, do not be speaking on your past. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Because one, I feel like for me, it could be a dude that I like, and I could be like, oh, I like him, he's cool, but on our first date, and then once you start mentioning your past relationships, you're not healed. So now I'm gonna put you in a friend zone, because I would not waste my time and my feelings by getting involved with somebody who's clearly not moved on from their past. That is too soon to be even mentioning something like that. Like, why are you mentioning this to me and you don't even, can you get to know me? Instead of getting to know me a little better, you want to talk about your ex? Like, please, let's be for real quick. Like, where they do that at? I'm not about to sit here and tell you how I got a crazy ex-boyfriend and all this other stuff. No, that's not what we're here to do. I'm trying to get to know you. I mean, not at this point, but we are still getting to know each other, but whatever. But I just didn't want to hear about that shit. Mind you, 2 seconds ago, you was just trying to get it in with me, and what? So anyway, so I was just like, no, I'm not never jealous about that. Like, it's not that deep. Like, we just going back and forth. He like, okay, well, I just feel some type of way. So mind you, he's still on the phone with his mama. She just still hearing, because he got the phone. He just put it down. So I'm like, yeah, no, it's no issue. I'm like, if you want me to, I'm like, it's no issue or whatever. But I'm like, I already told you I'm not a hairstylist. I don't do hair. He like, well, you should have told me that before you wasted my time playing in my hair. Now I'm gonna have to wash my hair and find somebody to do it. So I'm like, playing in your hair. Mind you, I told him that I only do my own hair anyway. And whatever, I don't even care, whatever. So he was just like, yeah, well, you could have just said you didn't want to do it, all this other stuff like that. Like, we're not clicking. Like, he's not understanding what I'm saying to him, and I'm not understanding what he's saying to me. Basically, we just trying to prove each other's point. Like, well, I told you this or this or that or this or that. That's basically what we doing. We just going back and forth with that. So I'm just like, you know what? Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, at this point, I really don't know what to say, and I'm over it. Like, I'm irritated. So I'm like, I'm about to leave. So he like, you about to leave? What you about to leave for? Like, I told you that we about to order some food and stuff like that. You could stay and eat. But I'm like, no, it's just too much tension between us. Like, I think I should just go. Like, it's a lot going on. So his OG is, I forgot she was even on the phone. Like, mind y'all, that's how I knew she was still on the phone, because she started talking and she was just like, you need to talk to her. Y'all need to talk. I'm like, this nigga. So he was like, all right. She's like, I'm gonna call you back, whatever. So he ended up getting off the phone. I started leaving. I just left out the room. I'm like, I'll call my Uber when I get downstairs. I'll wait in the lobby, whatever. I don't care. I just don't want to be around you no more. Like, you really just got on my nerves. So he went over there. He started following me, and he was just like, it's not that, like, I don't see what we getting into it about. Like, we're getting into it. I'm like, we're getting into it about your hair, because you feel like I don't do your hair like your mama do it. So he's like, no, like, I really feel like you feel some type of way about me talking about, oh, girl, like, if you don't want her to come to my pool party, nigga, I'm probably not even gonna come to this damn pool party. So he's like, if you don't want her to come, like, you could say that, like, because I told you she left when a nigga was doing bad. I'm just thinking, like, he just don't get it. He was like, he left, but I probably did feel away, because I was annoyed and I was ignoring him. So maybe he do feel like, oh, you was ignoring what the fuck I was saying to you, so you feel some type of way, whatever. But I was like, look, if you still feel a way about your ex, that's fine, whatever, pursue that. I said, but stop, don't waste my time. Pretty much that's what I'm saying to him. Don't waste my time. And I'm like, and plus, I kept trying to keep a conversation going with you when I seen the mood changed. I'm like, I just felt like you felt the way when I mentioned about your mama boyfriend situation or whatever. So he was like, oh yeah, I don't play about my OG. I told you that in the jacuzzi. Like, I don't play about her. So when you kind of mentioned, like, when you spoke up on something that had nothing to do with you, it made me feel some type of way. So I'm like, how did it make you feel some type of way? Like, I'm just being honest. And mind you, when he said it, I laughed and was like, you too old. Like, you know, it was not like, I was like, what the fuck, nigga? You weird as shit. So he was just like, yeah, I felt some type of way because I don't play about her, and I don't like when people speak on situations that ain't got nothing to do with them. It's not that deep. You acting like your mama asked me for advice on something real personal, and I gave her some bad advice, and now you mad. Like, it was not that deep. So I'm just like, all right, whatever. He got the right to feel however he feel or whatever. I can't take that away from him. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. But yeah, it's a big misunderstanding. And I'm like, if you want your hair braided, I'm like, I have a homegirl who could braid your hair. Like, she could come here or whatever. I know somebody who could braid your hair. Like, I apologize about that, because again, I should have said no, and I did kind of play in your head. But yeah, so he was like, okay, yeah, like, you think she'll pull up right now, but you said you finna leave. I'm like, yeah, I'm finna go. I was like, but on your pool party day, I was like, if you want, I'll come. She could come early or whatever, and me and some of my other friends or whatever will come. And I was all like, and that'll be cool. Like, that'd be cool. I'm like, she ain't even gonna charge you, because she wasn't. It was Shisha. I'm like, she not even gonna charge you or whatever. I'm like, but if she do, I'll let you know, but it ain't gonna be nothing crazy. I'm like, 9 times out of 10, she just be wanting somebody to smoke her out. That's it. So he was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, I could get her some too. Like, I could not give her some, like, he was like, but I could like give her some treats. So I was like, yeah, cool, I'll just let her know, and then we'll come before your party or whatever. Like, you know, basically we trying to make up in a way. So he was like, yeah, but you don't have to leave right now. Like, I really wanted you to stay tonight. So I was like, I don't just see how that would be possible anyway, because where would I sleep? Like, let's be for real. He was like, but okay, but my other homeboy coming and he got the car, like he could at least take you home. He was just trying to get me to stay so bad, but I'm like, no, like I'm cool. I don't want to stay. Like, I'ma just go home. I'm like, I'll go home. Your party is in like 2-3 days, whatever. I'll just come back, and yeah, she'll do your hair. You could just wing it like you usually do. It's not like he was going to school anyway. They was enjoying their room, so yeah. So I was like, y'all just come back. And he was like, all right, you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. So y'all, I ended up leaving or whatever. I went home. When I got home, he texted me and he was just like, y'all, when I got home, this is the crazy part about it, y'all. When I got home, I wasn't like, when I was in the Uber, I was on the phone the whole time and my phone was dying, so I wasn't like on the phone looking at my phone. Why would I get home? I go on Snapchat. This man is subbing his ex. Y'all. But then I'm not tripping, because whatever, you feel, whatever you feel, you're not moved on. He ended up hitting me up and was just like, yeah, I think like, you know, we getting in our feelings about each other. We're not getting in our feelings about each other. Be for real. So he was like, I think we getting in our feelings about each other. And I think it's time, if we're going to like try to move to the next step, that we should move to the next step in this situation. Like basically whatever we doing, like we should try to work on that. The nerve. So I'm just like, boy, bye. Because it was like really the nerve of him to think that like we finna move forward in a next step in a situationship when you are literally clearly not over this person that left you for somebody else because you was broke. That's basically what happened. And then you think that I'm gonna be the one to be here with you because in your eyes I'm broke at this moment, which I was, and you think like we just gonna be two broke people in a relationship happy. But then when you get money, you probably gonna want to go back to your ex anyway, and plus I don't want to talk to you anyway because you got mama issues and you got a lot of shit going on. So yeah, when he texted me, I was just basically like, I'll respond to him in the morning, because it wasn't that deep, and it was just like, it's not even giving that for real, like no. So y'all, in the morning he ended up calling me. He was like, oh, I know you're getting ready for school, da da da, I'm gonna be at school today, da da da, I look a mess because of you, ha 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 ha, like just doing the most. And he was like, yeah, but did you see my message last night? Like I had a long talk with my OG, and she was just telling me like how I should approach things, and like if I really like you, then maybe we should try to talk and like move forward and stuff like that. But it's the crazy part about it is, y'all, when we having this whole conversation, he's not making no sense, because he's basically telling me like he feels like we could move forward and that would help him move on from his past. Because I'm telling him like you have to like close out whatever chapter you had there before you can even talk to anybody, regardless if it's gonna be me or anybody else, because I'm not about to say it's gonna be me, because it's not. And then he was just like, I know, but like my OG was saying, you get under one to get over one. Like I'm thinking like your mama giving you this crazy ass advice is crazy. But yeah, he was basically saying that's what his mama said. So I said, well, that's not what's gonna happen with me. I might, because I'm not about to waste your time, because honestly I'm not ready to be in a relationship neither. And two, we still gonna know each other. We don't even really know each other. You still trying to figure out a lot of stuff with yourself. Like no, this ain't gonna work. It's crazy because I did go to his party and so did his ex, y'all, whole story. But y'all, he really had me messed up, and I was just thinking like, damn, this boy's a mama boy. Ever since that day, like leading up to the party and then even after the party, every time we would talk, he would always reference to, oh, my mom said this, my mom said that. And it's crazy because whenever I would be like brushing him off, like, because after that pool party, it really was a wrap. That was a wrap. The whole us getting into it about your hair should have been a wrap too, honestly. It was gonna be for me. But the pool party thing was most definitely a wrap, because it was just like, yeah, no, I'm cool. But it's crazy because when he started to see me like kind of like not talking to him, because after the whole hair situation, I was kind of like more distant, and this man had the nerve every time when he'll notice I'm distant, he'll try to hit me with the, well, I guess it's time for, I ain't got nothing left here in LA, it's time for me to go back home. what? My thing is, you're not about to try to play on my emotions because I don't give a fuck. Go home if you want to go home. Stay here if you want to stay here. Do what you want to do. If you want to go to fucking Pluto, do that. I don't care what you do. Like, but he will always try to be like, I tried this with us. And I was like, this man is really, these are words that's meant for his ex, but he's trying to send them my way because he think he could play with my head right now, or you think you could play with me and think it's gonna work. And it was only to work in his favor because shit didn't work out with that room for too long, and shit didn't work out with getting another place. So I see where this was going. You was trying to look for a place to live or whatever you was trying to do, but you need to call your OG and get your homosexual ass back home, because this was not about to happen with me. Like, what? No. But yeah, that's it for this story, y'all. Like I said, I'm recording right now. I'm about to edit right now, get it up, because we're gonna take my stepdad out to eat. It's his birthday today, so I got a lot of stuff to do. So I was like, let me just come on here and rap for y'all. Not rap, but do a story. But I promise y'all, I know I've been doing like once a week, but I promise y'all I'm gonna do 2 story times this week, so y'all see another from me, because I got a lot of free time. So yeah, I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all on my next one. Bye.